Welcome to the Wannabe Outdoorsman. So I am in the Poly Hex Plus 2 to 6 person hot tent. And tonight I have the roof open. Enjoying the heat. But the reason I have the roof open, the rain cap up there, is because I am testing this little fix that I did with a JBWELD on that flue right there, because it's cheap, and well, it was 150 bucks on Amazon about 4 years back. I got this one because of that ash drawer right there, and that functions as airflow, and also while it's running you can take this out and then empty that and then put it back in. So, plus it had the window. However, I didn't know that they were just going to spot weld. Tink, 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 tink. You know, 6 spots on that flue. And well, it lasted about 4 years, and last week's storm, it tore it off. So that happened. So I put JBWELD right along the seam. You can kind of see it a little bit right there. But I am testing that. Sounds dangerous. Yeah. So that's why I have the cap open, and I do have the CO2 and carbon monoxide detector going. So I'm not gonna sleep. I'm just testing tonight. But I am going to eat this Walmart turkey and cheddar sandwich tonight. So I've already opened it. I took the packets out. You know, mayo and mustard. So we're gonna do that. Hi there. Hey, Chevy Speed and Pyro Cheese. Yeah, be careful. Oh, definitely. Oh, the camping trip is actually wonderful. It is, well, except for about 45 minutes ago, it's completely relaxing. I had to And again, I did label this not made for kids, and I'm not trying to get myself banned on YouTube here, but I did have to bring this out for a moment because there was a canine of some variation hollering out and yelping for help, and I that was on a live as well, so whoever was watching that heard it, and I had to get out there. I also, you know, I'm protected, plus, you know, numerous different sprays and whatnot, so there's that. But tonight I'm just out here awake testing that JBWELD fix for the flu, and as you can see, it's leaning, so I might have to use a little bit of force and break that back off and redo it. But so far it's keeping the smoke out of the tent. I mean, here, let me grab, here, look. All right, so I'm gonna shut this light off over here, the spotlight, and then we can see where the smoke is with this flashlight. All right, so you can see that there's definitely wind current coming from the ground, obviously, because there's airflow. I did bring the cat with me, and she's out there somewhere right now, going potty or doing whatever cats do. I don't know. I still haven't figured that one out. But there's a door there, and there's a door there, and that's her door, and she knows exactly where to go and how to get back in here. And so I do not zip this all the way closed, so she can get in emergency at any point, at any time. Now, if there is any type of creature that is going to be problematic, trying to consume Bootsy or myself, we are protected with chemicals and chemically propelled rocks. Let's just say that. Plus, I actually have a couple arrows propelled by gas. So, I mean, I am well protected against any 2 to 4 legged threats. I'm not sure exactly what I can say on YouTube Live without getting, you know, some kind of mark against me. So I'm just, you know, plus my kids are like, Dad, you gotta quit talking like a Gen Xer. Can't do that anymore. That's unacceptable. So I'm practicing. Using social media to practice. However, guys, back in my day, no, you said what you said, you meant what you said, and even if you didn't mean it, you did say what you said, and you just reap the rewards or repercussions of what you just said. And you lived with it. You grew from it. But nowadays, that's just, it's not a thing. So I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that, but I'm just saying. Let me get back into the comments here. I want to give you guys some enjoyable fire here, but where I'm comfortable here, let me move. Yeah, that's better-ish. Let me read these comments here. Sounds dangerous. Hi there. Be careful out there. How's camping trip? The camping trip is doing well. Very well. I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would totally have it. I wish everybody had a nomadic lifestyle living like it was back in the Ice Age. That's how I'd have it if I could, wish something to be. And then we'd all live like this, and this would be great. What's your favorite food to make? Oh, what's your favorite food? All right, so Chevy 5S Speed. Chevy 5S Speed. You're not talking about, you're probably talking about a car. They have a lot of new ones that I haven't kept up with. I was thinking of, what was that? A Chevy, never mind. Anyway, what's my favorite food doing camping? Honestly, my favorite food, if I'm gonna set it all up, make it cut this light back on so y'all can see better. All right, if I'm gonna set it up and I'm gonna get all the pots and pans and everything out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this guy. Well, I'm gonna fold that out here. And this guy and this guy. Right? This little and what this is a regular butane, you know, backpacker's stove. However, I bought the Ozark Trail backpacker stove that comes with this. Well, nowadays it's like nearly $20, but this adapter for propane instead of just butane, which is what this is made for. This adapter. I bought this thing for $9.95 at Walmart. Not this one, but the adapter and the stove that came with it. The stove was just garbage. It fell apart. But a viewer donated this one to me, and this one's practically the exact same thing, except that it's holding up. And so, I can put my cups on here. I can put pots and pans on here. So that's actually a lot better than the Ozark Trail. But that adapter, though, I can put that adapter on this stove and put it on this Coleman tank. And so on here, I'm going to have my tea or coffee or whatever beverage I'm doing. I got that with my little Stanley cup. Well, not little. Actually, there's one of them right there. I just kind of threw it there because I didn't feel like cleaning it. So I just threw it over there. I'm so lazy. But anyway, let's see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is a little bit higher end. Probably cost a little bit more than the Ozark Trail model. But this adapter, if you buy that Ozark Trail, this adapter right here, that's worth the price of that garbage stove. Just throw that away. Just get this adapter because you're paying for the adapter. That's what you're paying for. And you can use Coleman or whatever these 1 pound brand you're gonna get, and then throw your stove on it, and it's great. So of course I have the I guess that's Ozark Trail. I forget. I don't know. But this was also donated to me from a viewer. Now wait a minute, guys. Just so y'all understand, and it surprised the hell out of me too. So it might surprise you. My viewers range from like 10-year-old young guys, adolescents, or whatever pronouns, to like young people, which is why I put specifically not made for kids. Okay. All the way up to like 80-year-old people. I guess they want to live vicariously. They miss the old days. I don't know what it is, but one of my 85, I think he's 85 now. Might be 86. He might have just had a birthday last month. Well, in the last couple weeks. Well, sir, if you're watching, memory, you know. So, anyway, but thank you for donating this propane heater, because that was well, it helps in the early mornings when it's super frigid, and I don't want to get out of the sleeping bag and all my sleep system. And I definitely don't want to get my rear end out of here all cozy to go stoke that back up and add more wood. All I got to do is spark that sucker up for about 10 minutes, and then I'm good to go. So thank you, sir, for donating that and all the other summer stuff and the spring stuff and the fall stuff to the channel. That was, you didn't have to do all that, but I appreciate it, sir. So thank you. I hope that that your gifts, I hope that I do it justice for you. That. Anyway, let's get on to more comments here. Do you ever? Oh yes, yes. Chevy 5S speed. Yes. I actually last week I had. Actually, it wasn't an MRE. It wasn't even the FEMA one. Don't get me started on FEMA. Don't get me started on that one. I'll get banned. But oh, look. You see the flames coming out? The JBWELD is wearing through. That was not a permanent fix. See, that's why I'm testing this. Wide awake, plenty of caffeine. Oh yeah, you can totally see that. See it? Here, let me shut off this light. You can see it better. All right, so there, you can see it up there. See it? Look. Yep, JBWELD. Oh, Mitchell Fritz. Oh, that was just the wood. Okay, that was just the wood readjusting itself. Okay, nothing to be concerned about. I'm wide awake. So, all right. So MREs. So last week, and actually, I did get HDRs. It's humanitarian daily ration. They're kosher. They're halal, which is for the Muslim. Kosher is for Jews. Halal is for Muslims. Vegan, obviously everyone knows about that. Vegetarian. So Hindus, Muslims, Jews, and vegans can all. The majority of the world's population can eat what's in the pack. The food stuff, not the material. In fact, right here, I just happen to have this little piece left over from, let's see, what was this? This was a pack of crackers. But it's the same companies that make the MRE and the FEMA rations, the HDR. It's the civilian one that you can legally purchase without any tax business. It's for you. It's called HDR, all capital letters, Humanitarian Daily Ration. You can get them on Amazon or wherever. Now, the menus, they're really random. They're all of them delicious, pretty much. But they're so random, and they'll send you a whole case of just 2 different menus. That's it. So all 10 packs. Oh, get this. 35 bucks. So $3.50 for a whole, $3.50 you eat for a whole day if you buy these things. It's just a big box. In fact, if I would have known this, I would have, taken pictures, or I would have brought one with me to show you. But yeah, HDRs I do, MREs and the FEMA rations and all that. Yeah, they're good. They're a good pack meal. But I would much prefer to get back to my to answer the question. Wait, let's see what we got. Do you ever have a hot chocolate chip drink? I've never actually had the hot chocolate chip drink. I usually, well, if I'm with buddies, I usually trade for this, that, or the other. And somehow that one is escaped me. So now I'm gonna have to. That sounds delicious. Hot chocolate chip drink. Maybe I'll Google it and I'll make a homemade one. Well, anyway, so my favorite meal to make camping, like if I bring the stuff, is okay. So you know the ground turkey that comes in the little 1 pound packs, right? It's like $1.58 or $1.98 or whatever the price fluctuates, obviously. At Walmart, you got to go to one of those little open bin freezer sections, not where you find the rest of the stuff. This is in one of those, hey, buy this because, hurry up and buy this stuff, right? Well, they're little frozen packs of 1 pound turkey packs. There's 2 meals I enjoy a lot with that. One, my favorite, is the taco flavored ground turkey 1 pound pack. Okay, so you're browning that up on here. Okay. Meanwhile, over there, on the back burner, you have your tea or coffee or whatever your hot beverage is. What is this? Hot chocolate chip drink, whatever it is, you're putting that there. Oh yeah, that thing is definitely, nah, it did not last. What has that been, 5, maybe 6 hours? Yeah, okay, so maybe JB Weld isn't the answer. I'm just gonna have to actually get a real welder. I'm not trained or anything, so I can't really do that. Or maybe I didn't apply it well enough. And in all fairness, wait a minute here. In all fairness, I eliminated 2 sections of the flue. As you can see, there's I don't have a dampener anywhere along here because it's normally right there. So those bottom 2 sections, I eliminated those because they seem to fit better. So that might have, this right here, what's happening, it might not be the JB Weld. It might have been my dumbassery that just eliminated the proper sections. So yeah, just keep that. I'll test it. I'll show you guys later. But anyway, all right. So my favorite meal, you brown up your turkey. You can put it in your Stanley cup or whatever cook pot you're using. You brown up your taco seasoning flavored ground turkey. It's like $2 from Walmart. And then over here, you're boiling potatoes and macaroni and cheese, the Kraft dinner if you're from Canada. Just a generic, it doesn't matter. So you have your mac, you have your potatoes, lots of starch. But over here, you got your protein, your meat. And then you mix it together in your big cook pot. And it is so, oh, wow, it is so good. It is so good. Okay, so that's my first favorite. That's my top number 1 favorite. However, my secondary, my backup, and my go-to usually, well, is that true? Yeah, I guess that's true. All right, so what you do is you take a Stanley cup, cook pot or whatever, and you boil yourself 4 eggs. Just boil them, hard boil the 4 eggs. And then you go ahead and while that's happening, because that's going to take a while on this darn thing, it ain't like this. This will happen in 15 minutes and you're done. that's going to take about 30 or 40 minutes to boil eggs. While you're doing that, you sliced up some onions, and you sliced up some red peppers. Oh yeah, see, look at that. It's coming apart now. It really is. That's a big gap, guys. Huh. Yeah, all right. Well, that's I will experiment more with the I'll apply more JB Weld, and I'll put the proper pipes back where it belongs, and see if we I just because it's because with the two extra pipes, because they're each 2 feet, 24 inches long, it extends it way up here, because actually right now, right here is where that's where it ends. Okay, normally it goes way up there to about where that line is, right there. Extends, and I didn't want it to be top heavy, and you know so that's why I took the two sections off. I just wanted it to clear this, and also have just enough to dissipate any, because the spark arrestor's up there. I didn't want it to get on here and ruin anything. So I didn't make it too short, but I didn't want it to be long and then just. But look at that. Yeah, we're watching this live, and we can see that thing moving on its own. Huh. Isn't that crazy, guys? All right. Anyway, back to so you brown up your onions, you caramelize your onions, your mushrooms, and your red peppers, your red bell peppers. And then the moment your eggs are done, you take those off, you set those aside, and then you throw on here. Or actually, I have another stove. It's a 7-inch one on one of these, which is pretty good. It's a Walmart one, but that thing is. I've gone through two in 8 years. I mean, the things are excellent. So, it's what brand is that? It might be Ozark Trail. No, I don't know. I did a TikTok video so many years back. Oh, I don't even recall now what brand that was. You find it in the camping section at Walmart. It's a 7-inch stove, and you just, instead of this little guy for backpacking, it's a big one, and you just screw it on like normal, and you don't need this adapter. But that thing is great because you can put big pans on it and all this stuff, and it's wonderful. So you have that one also, and then in there, what you're doing is blending things together. The onions, the red bell peppers, the mushrooms, and then your eggs are cooling while this is going on, and then you go ahead and you put on your macaroni and cheese, your Kraft Dinner or whatever. You slap that on there and get the noodles boiling. I'm a pasta guy. I don't know. What can I say? And then you take your boiled eggs, and then what do? Well, you crack them, and then you take your whatever knife you use. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I use the Mora. I forget which exact model this is, but basically this is what I use, because this thing is so rugged. I've put it through its paces, and I've seen other people on YouTube put it through their paces. Basically, it's this really rugged thing, but it only has this 4.5-inch, 5-inch blade. I don't know. I don't have a tape measure. I've never actually measured it. But this tip is so robust. I have literally, on camera now, stabbed this into fresh wood, wood like that, and then tried to bend this tip. And it is still perfectly in line. So this thing is just excellent, and it's got this, as you can see, it's pretty beat up. Because I don't, I'm not shy with my equipment. I'm pretty hard on camping equipment. So, oh, here's the brand. If we can see that, can I get that on view? Can it? Yeah, right there. Ooh. What I've seen people put the hand behind the thing. Is that? Oh, that is a thing. Oh, okay. This is the brand. Well, it's a lot cheaper nowadays, but when I got this sucker, this was like 140 bucks. Where'd it go? I've got this light in my eyes here. I can't see what I'm doing here. There it is. All right. So anyway, that's the knife, and it has a full tang, and it's really thick. All right, so look at my thumbnail. Right? Look at how thick this tang is. I mean, this thing is immense. This is like, well over an eighth. It is so strong and robust and super sharp. The steel that they make this out of it's really good. I mean, I can shave with this thing if I wanted to. And speaking of, I just picked up this little cheap diamond sharpener from Walmart. I mean, it was like 35 bucks. It's got, I get my kitchen knives so razor sharp that, well, my wife has cut herself several times not realizing how sharp they were, because the other sharpeners just didn't work. And this is just a cheapy diamond thing with replaceable, magnetic plates here. So, I mean, this thing is, once you learn how to do it, once you get that skill, oh, you get razor sharp knives every time. But anyway, let's get back to the sheath on this Mora knife. So this is just one of the sheaths that it comes with. So if you see this, you can pull this down, it locks in place here. If we can pull it, well, I haven't taken it off here in so many years. Well, maybe I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Well, anyway, what I did, this is to hang on your belt. But it also has one you can hang on your pack. And, with molly straps or molly webbing. But what I've went ahead and did is I went back to the tire section at Walmart, and I got this stupid, key ring. You just put your fingers here and you push your thumb here and you pull and push, and then this, right? And so you can have this around your belt, and then you can take your fire striker, right? This is your ferrocerium rod. You get the big one, guys. Get the big one. Don't chintz out unless that's all you can get, and then that's fine. But get this big, robust one. I got these for like $8, $4 a piece. I got 2 of them. They already have the hole drilled in them. You just throw a key ring in there and attach it to your knife. And check this out. So the Mora, right? So we can get a better view here. So the Mora, right? It's a full tang, like I said, and it's 90 degree on both sides on the top edge. I mean, if you pushed your finger on here, you will cut your thumb. But on the other end here, you see that? This is also 90 degree on both sides. Full tang all the way through, okay? So this grip here is just a housing, okay? This knife is, now I would prefer it be about a ½ inch, if not an inch longer than this. But for the time I got it, I mean, you can see it's plenty beat up. It is just, I beat the heck out of this darn thing. But anyway, so you take your ferrocerium rod, and then, point the blade away from you, that way. And then you just hold it. Hold it with your hand. Let's see if I can get I can't. Okay, so you hold it, the blade, the sharp, away from you. and then you just pull with your non-dominant hand. It's best to anchor it, like say on the ground or on a log or whatever, and just wherever your fire is starting, you just, and it will. Okay? If that weren't enough, you don't even have to take it out of the sheath. Let's put it back in the sheath. Right? So this is on your belt. You clip it, it pulls off, and it's in the sheath. Okay? And that's what this is for, guys. So you just hold it, and you can. Okay. Trying to do this on camera, it's not so easy as doing it without anybody watching. There we go. If I quit looking at what I'm trying to film here and just pay attention to what I'm doing. So, I mean, I personally feel it's more comfortable to use the back edge of the knife like that. Just scrape it, right? So much easier. But I have used this for so many years, and look, there's hardly any contour to it. Much better than those cheap Ozark Trail garbage. So if you want a good survival thing, you go grab these. I don't have a link or anything like that. I wasn't trying to make money or do anything like that. I was just trying to be like, hey, look, I'm the wannabe outdoorsman. Let me go test this stuff, and that way, if you're a wannabe outdoorsman too, I'll make the mistakes so you don't have to. That was my whole beginning to this channel. But now, apparently, well, people started watching. So, cool, I'm here. And I guess I'm no longer just a wannabe outdoorsman, because there's really not many other places I'd rather be than camping. So I finally did get outdoors. And you know who inspired me, guys? All right, check this out. And this is not, I'm not a shill, okay? I'm not trying to promote somebody else's channel here. But in this case, there are two YouTubers that totally freaking inspired me to stop being, a house rat and get outside and go do something. And that was Steve Wallace with Camping with Steve, the Canadian guy, who does his stealth camping and weird, just go out there. I mean, heck, the last one I saw, I think it was one of his most recent. Dude went to like a Dollar General or, a dollar store and grabbed cleaning supplies. He literally got a mop and other cleaning stuff, a bucket, whatever else, cleaning supplies, and then went out to, on Crown Land at one of the campsites there, and set up camp with like trash bags and crap. And he camped overnight in the cold. This guy, so Steve, yeah, gotta love Steve. I mean, who doesn't freaking know Steve? If you're an outdoors person, who the fuck doesn't know Steve? He's awesome. I like that guy. I love that guy. He inspired me. He's like, you know what? You don't have to do all this top of the line crap. Just fucking go out with a blanket and a pillow and sleep under the stars. You're good to go. Grab a meal. Why don't you? So he showed me that there's really no, you don't have to be some kind of professional or anything. You just go out there, get outside, guys. Go and just pitch a tent, even if it's a trash bag. Get out there and do it. And the other one I respect and admire is I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's the Corporal's Corner YouTube channel. Now, recently he's gone to more of he's trying to sell stuff, but you know what? Who the hell isn't, usually? the point is, dude's legit. Actual military from way back in the day when I grew up. And actually goes out there and does the thing. So, you know, not a fake. Actual legit. So he's trying to make money now. Okay, fine. Go subscribe to his channel. And maybe you might like some of the gear, because he's making it himself. Like, he gets out there in his garage and actually, you know, heats and pounds iron and sells it to you guys. So he's trying to make money. So what? He's got some merch. I personally find that a little distasteful, but at the same time, I gotta admire that, because yeah, I'm just not that inventive. So the best I could do is just get outside and actually get to it. You know, go play in the grass a little bit. Put up a cloth shelter, and you know, every now and then, if it's cold enough, you know, throw some fire inside it. So that's where I'm at with that. Let me get back to the comments here now that I've already said all that stuff. How's the camping trip? What's your favorite food to make camping? Okay, someone else has commented, but I do have. I guess, you know, if you want to comment, go ahead and comment. I keep forgetting to look at the comments. My apologies, guys. But maybe you're just you know, oh, you set it on the seat or on the console by the car and you're driving to work, or maybe you're trying to go to sleep and you're just hearing a voice and you're not really up for commenting. That's fine too. You know, you don't have to comment. It's fine. I forget to read them anyway, so it's totally after the fact. Plus, for some reason, I have to scroll up. I don't know what I did, but I must have pressed a button somewhere. But it doesn't auto scroll like on TikTok. So, but anyway, I am going to have this turkey and cheddar from Walmart, this market side thing, while enjoying the fire. But let me stoke that up. It is starting to get a little chilly, and I can see. Oh, I don't have enough cord. Do I have enough cord? No. Just barely. All right. Let me not. No, that's because I'm not ruin my port. Maybe if I look this way just a little bit, and we'll stoke that fire, and then we'll make this sandwich. And I'm not really keen on eating in front of anybody or telling you how it tastes, but screw it. That's how these camping adventures go. If you want people to watch if you want people to pick up what you're putting down, I guess you gotta at least take a bite on camera. So we'll do that, so y'all can enjoy vicariously and go get your appetite wet, and then maybe mosey out to the kitchen and make something for yourself. I should have brought an MRE, because that would have been way more interesting than this sandwich. But it's, well, this is basically an MRE. Well, not really. It's not. All right. Well, who am I kidding? It's a sandwich, and it's not vacuum sealed and, you know, in Mylar and good for 6 years or 10 years, depending on the temp it's stored at. It's good for maybe 7 days. And that's it. But it's going to be delicious, just the same. All right, so everybody, whenever you're messing with fire, you really got to get some heat-resistant gloves. I recommend leather, but do not do it while the leather is wet. Like I said before, I make the mistake so you don't have to. They will shrivel up and burn the crap out of your hands. So what I did is I went to Walmart and I got these cheap $1.58 pair of gloves. In fact, you can get a whole pack of 5 for like $3. And they have this silicone grip on it. It's cloth here, like a spandex. Well, that's what I do for a living, is I make this stuff. And this part will stop. Oh, that rusted out too, by the way. This will stop the heat from transferring immediately, so you can just, you know, but then it is hot, so you gotta be careful. So if you have an old busted pair of these kitchen tongs, just grab those and recycle them out to the yard for, you know, farming, or, you know, doing your garden, or mowing your lawn, or barbecuing, right? You don't gotta buy the expensive crap. These were like, I think, 50 cents at a Dollar General like 10 years back. And this rubber has fallen off, fell off on this side already. Like, these were just junk. So, you know, just recycle whatever you're not using in the house. Don't toss it in the trash. Just recycle it out for your camping adventure. So just do that. That's what I do. Oh, so smoky. See, that's why the cat didn't leave. Now I'm gonna put this fresh, wet wood. A neighbor donated this. Well, I cut it up, but he donated the wood from the hurricane. So I'm gonna put that in there. That's gonna pop and everything. So this might be a little bit. Probably shouldn't do that, but I'm doing it anyway. It's already cutting through all my seasoned dry wood from the oak and the pecan trees. I don't even know what kind of wood that is. I didn't even bother to ask. He's like, hey, can you help me? Can you help me cut this down? I'm like, yeah, all right. Well, you can have all the wood. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks, man. You know, I was just gonna help the guy anyway. I didn't know he was gonna give me wood, but he did. So I have this, and it smells great when you're burning it, but it does tend to pop quite a bit. So while I'm over here with my heat-resistant gloves, I'm going to see if I can... That's way hot. Way super hot. Yeah, no, it seems like it's still on there pretty solid, actually. I didn't move it much, if at all. Okay, it does wiggle a little bit. I can see it's more over here than it is over here, so. Well, the JB Weld is holding it to the base, so there is that much. It just is not, well, okay, I'll have to add the correct pieces back on, and I'll have to spend more time, sand it down, file it out, and read JB Weld. I'll try that again. Maybe sometime this weekend, or we're off for the holidays next week. I might get to it then while it's still chilly. But I mean, it's working. It's keeping the smoke out of the tent, so I'm happy about that. I'm just worried if the wind starts picking up or something. So after that piece of wood and the coals die down, I'm going to cover it up with the sand right here. I have sand that the ants dug up after the hurricane. They just made a huge thing, so I killed them off, because ants everywhere. Just, I mean, mounds a foot high just come out of the ground after Helene. I'd never seen it before, anything like that in my life. They just all the life that was in the ground just jumped upwards, and they made, and trees down everywhere. So yeah, all right, well, let's get on with the sandwich, because I'm getting hungry, and that's probably why y'all, other than the JB Weld thing, that's probably what y'all came on to see. is some camping meals, because that's what I do. I like to watch what people are doing, and then what are you eating, y'all? What are you eating? All right, so up here I have, you should always bring these kind of things with you. Mesh repair patches. Now, everyone's trying to make money now. Wait a minute. You see that? 4 patches, right? 3-inch by 3.5-inch. Pretty much fills this package. But if you have a little tiny hole, say right there, yeah, no, we're not doing that. So what you do is you take it, you pull this out before you even get to camp. You pull these out, and then you carefully cut where the adhesive strips are, because what it doesn't tell you on the front, it tells you on the back, that you actually have to take 2 of these 4 patches, these guys. You see, okay, look, you see where that dark line is right here? Okay, and then the dark line around the edges, that's where the adhesive is. You have to take a full patch and put it on one side, and then a full patch and put it on the other side, and carefully measure them up and then mash them together real good. And then you patched your tiny little, pinky nail size hole with this massive patch. Nah, I'm telling you, don't even do that. What you do is you cut it very carefully along the center and then down the center. So that way you increase the number of patches that you can use. And I'll give you a real life example here. I have on this door panel the mesh. So we're going to show you that real quick. All right, so the way this works, this is a nice D-shape, big D-shaped door. Right now it's kind of slack because, I didn't tighten it up tonight. Well, here, let me just zip the bottom up here for you, so you can see that. I'll just do it that way. All right, that is Gorilla Tape. And then I learned about these mesh patches, which is mesh. Actually a lot thinner, smaller holes than what it comes with, and it's a lot stronger actually than this. But now right here, going along to this corner, going along to this rounded corner to here, this is the adhesive, but there's no adhesive right here. See it? On both sides. However, it's on both sides, and you mash the adhesive on this patch to the one identical to the other patch on that side. You mash them together so much that the adhesive sticks to itself through your normal mesh. And what bug is crawling up the pocket on that side into that hole and then coming down in this pocket? There's hardly any bugs doing that. However, but in all fairness, where's my flashlight? Oh, darn it, I don't know what a flashlight is. Well, back in the corner there. No. Oh, he's gone. No, he's gone. Well, back in the corner here, there was a cricket about 3/4 of an inch long that was crawling up this way. Got in the tent somehow. So in all fairness, and it wasn't through, a patch job like that, it was most likely, if I could find my flashlight, where did I put that darn thing? Let's see if this is probably going to cut out, but let me see. All right, there on the floor. This is a very good, robust bathtub floor. Survived a bunch of floods until I actually lived in the tent for quite a while. Not lived because I was homeless. Or unhoused, or whatever you want to call it nowadays. But because I just spend weeks at a time out here, you know, get up, wash off, eat, and then head to work, come back, chill, because I just want to be outdoors. I mean, I hate the domesticated life, living inside the house. I mean, that's good. You got to have a place to be. But if you can get out, just go out. But because well, that's that dark gray patch there, that is again is Gorilla Tape. And then there's one right next to it there. You see this grass, right? And then there's a hole right there from an ash that, well, you know, because of that to there. Oh, you can see there's even, you can see that. Oh, that's not, oh, okay, never mind. That was a trick of the camera. But, yeah. So I really do have to, you know, spend some time actually repairing and maintaining my tent. And this is only one of, like, I don't know, 12 or 13 that I have. But this is my most favorite one. Let me open this back up because it's too cold for bugs to be, other than the crickets, I guess. But spiders, and that's really what I'm worried about. So we're gonna open this up, and it's sagging right now because, okay, so right up here, I could just grab it. And I don't know if you can see that, but right up there, see that? Let me just grab that. You can just pull that. Oh, maybe that's as tight as it goes. I'm gonna have to restake it out. It does get slack over time. Yeah, well, anyway, let me use two hands. Set you over here. Zoom back out. And then we're gonna get to the sandwich. Are we? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's too cold for the bugs that I'm most concerned about. I'm most concerned about the poisonous spiders that live in the ground here. I live in the southeast of the North American continent in the USA. And, well, pretty much, not quite like Florida or Texas, but pretty much any life form here wants to unalive you. And whether eat you or just unalive you, it doesn't matter. So there are so many critters all over the place during the spring, summer, fall, and part of winter that just come out of here and want to get to you to either eat you or unalive you. So there's that. So I prefer this half intermesh of the Pomoly Hex Plus. Now I did spring for the full mesh, and I've never used it. I've never even set it up, not even once. Because again, I'm in the southeast where it's extremely hot. And this reflective material, I mean, why even have a teepee if you're just going to be sweating? You know, don't even bother unless you're in a climate where a full mesh inside, and you don't need the hot tent at that point because it's the summertime or spring or fall or whatever you're doing. I don't have a purpose for it in the climate I'm in. So yeah, that's just, I've never used it. But I got it anyway. So one day I'm thinking maybe what I'm going to do is one of these super hot summer nights where it's clear skies and not going to rain. I might just try and set up just the mesh and stake that out and see, will it stand on its own? Because you can totally do that with the half mesh. You see up there, right? Let's get over here real quick. You see that pocket there? Right? Yeah. So you take out one of these poles here, and they're just, just little push button guys, and you can separate these segments. Take one of these out. Actually, no, it's two of these out. You see where this stops right here? And it fits right in there. If you take two of these sections out, and then put the top piece along with the bottom piece down here, and you can stick it up in there, and then you can stake this out, and it will stand on its own, just the mesh. So imagine, if you will, this is just your tent. This is your tent. It's just mesh with a nice, robust, really durable, and I've put it through its paces. I've not treated this well at all. Bathtub floor. I mean, this thing, like a waterbed kind of thing, really is good. I can't speak enough about this. I even have that on video in one of my first, second, or third videos. It's a long form. Anyway, if you consider this is your tent, and this outer shell as a rain fly and vestibule. This is your tent. That's a vestibule. And there's plenty of room. Well, you can't see that. It's too dark yet. There's pockets. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket here. And then on this back side, let's see if it's on the back side against the wall, there are two large pockets. So when you're sleeping, you have two pockets right there. But I don't think you can see it, but you can kind of see this dark line going right here. There. That is a weird crescent zipper opening. It just goes right outside. And yes, that's a door. And that's a door. However, this over here is a door. And this over here is a door. There's 4 doors. And the panel directly in front of me, staked out, and then directly behind me,